Hello, I'm at gutfromthehouse.com, and this is a 2019 Burton Deep Thinker Snowboard, an all-mountain board for intermediate to advanced level riders. This is kind of Danny Davis's kind of like all-mountain board. Now, within all-mountain, you can free ride more, and you can ride park and freestyle more, or have a little bit of a freestyle influence. I feel that the Deep Thinker sits a little bit more on the free ride section, whereas the Free Thinker fits a little bit more on that freestyle side of the spectrum. Now, Danny, of course, rides this thing in the park. He rides it in the pipe. He kind of does everything with it. But it is a really well-rounded deck. It's a directional shape. As you see, the nose is longer than the tail, has a little bit more of a rise, has a 7mm taper within the tail, and the stance obviously is set back. And a cool thing about it is the profile shape. This is a directional camber style profile. Outside of that front insert pack, all the way to the tail's contact point, the board has camber, and actually a really good amount of it. If you want to load up the tail, accelerate out of turns, have loads of pop, you can have it in the Deep Thinker. This is a really reactive and kind of explosive style board, but still at the same time is still pliable. And does have a nice little float in the nose. Now, notice that the nose has a little bit of rock to it, right? Outside of that insert pack, the board will raise up that contact point. It'll be a little less catchy. It'll float better in deep snow. And then once it gets to that section, kind of like turns up a little bit more and then kind of goes flat. Despite it being long, it doesn't actually get floppy when you're hauling down the hill on groomers. The feel and fluctuating of the Deep Thinker feels about a 6, but it's still kind of torsionally rigid here and there. It has a Superfly 2 wood core that has squeeze box core profiling. You can kind of see that outside the lateral and medial sections of where the bindings rest, the board's gonna be a little bit thicker for better energy transfer right to your edge with the Frostbite. Now, I like Frostbite Edges, protruding edges that help the grip when you're on firm snow. I ride in Minnesota for the mostly throughout the season. I like being able to grip on firm snow. I like boards that feature Frostbite. And the thing about Frostbite is that it doesn't grip too hard. It's not hard to get out of a turn when you want to get out of a turn. The board also features 45-degree carbon highlights, high voltage, I believe, or carbon highlights. 45 degrees and at negative 45 degrees, there's going to be kind of carbon throughout the board with 60-degree fiberglass. So torsion, you can still twist it a little bit, but it's going to have a little bit more sturdiness to the deck overall. Again, it's a little bit more of an all-mountain free ride board than freestyle board. It needs to be sturdy when you're at high speeds, but it still has a fun shape where it's still kind of pliable to get to where you want to go in tight spots. The base, of course, is centered. This is a WFO base. It's one of Burton's fastest bases. Make sure you keep it waxed up throughout its lifetime. It'll ride faster that way. There's a radio style side cut. And again, it comes in a wide option too. So if you have big feet, size 11 feet, just get the wide option. But if you like laying down carves, you tend to do side hits, rip groomers and stay in the trees more. This is a really fun one. But again, it has that kind of that camber style feel. Loads of pop in that tail. That's why a lot of people who used to be park riders are starting to get a little older, who still want that freestyle park camber deck feel in a free ride board because they do more free riding. They tend to really gravitate towards the Deep Thinker. And I feel it's a little bit stiffer than what you'll find in that skeleton key over there. Dope deck, awesome graphic. You can check it out at thehouse.com. I selected the link below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let me know what you think of this thing. It has a Stomp Pad. Forgot to mention that. And of course, a really cool graphic. But this is like an EVA style Stomp Pad. So I have a feeling, eventually it's going to wear out. But for the next 10 years, you'll be fine. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more vids there, and hopefully see you on snow. Peace. I don't know why I do that. See ya.